Hey guys, so a few, I don't know if a big say, maybe an hour or so ago, a couple hours or so ago, of course there was the Chicagoland race, and yeah, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch finished the Kyle and Kyle show right to the start-finish line. Um, I'm just talking about the finish here for a few minutes. Definitely, it's probably one of the best finishes I've ever seen. I'm one of those Kyle Busch haters, but the whole finish was cool. I wanted Larson to really get it done to the end. He almost had it. He got Busch a bit to the wall. Busch got him in the tour. Got him in turn 4. And yeah, so Kyle Busch he got the victory, gave himself career win number 48. Did it good for himself. I mean, I guess Kyle Busch's win, okay, good for him. He's got himself another victory. But that finish was really good. That's racing right there, the finish. The finish really was like racing, like right there. And the whole thing really just like Rubbin's racing. That's basically what it is, pretty much. But the finish was really cool. Definitely one of the best finishes I have ever seen. That was a good one. That's going in that list of great finishes. I mean, as much as I hate Kyle Busch, that finish was really, really, really cool. And but yeah, really, the finish was cool. I really wanted Larson to get it done. We would have had another Chevy Camaro ZL1 victory. For those of you Chevy fans out there, I'm with you. I mean, any Chevy driver, like McMurray, Larson, all the Hendrick guys, Bubba Wallace, any of those guys, any of the Chevy drivers, for any of those Chevy fans out there, I'm on your side. I'm a Chase Elliott guy, as you can tell by the channel name. But anyway, Larson almost had it. Busch got him, turn 4. Hell of a save for Larson to at least save it and get a second place position, just beating Kevin Harvick, who was, of course, at the pace of the race, and he got third, Harvick, but he almost had Larson second. But you know what? At least Larson got second for that. I mean, sure, that finish for some Larson fans, they thought it was unfair, but I'm sure for most it had to just be fair, just because of the way that last lap went. But yeah, I mean, I was stunned by the finish. I really wanted Larson when he drifted to save it. I'm sure a lot of other people did too, but he didn't do it, unfortunately, and Busch got the victory. Of course, what was I going to say? Well, I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, the whole thing really, Rubbin's racing. That was the finish. The finish really is just pure racing. I don't know if it's pure racing exactly, but, you know, that's racing. That's what racing kind of is, in a way, to me. I don't know if I'm exactly right in this in any way, or if I'm wrong in any way, but that's just what I make of it. That's just what I get out of it. But the finish was really, 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 really cool. I mean, Kyle Busch, I'm sure for the few of you fans out there, the Kyle Busch fans, I'm sure you guys are happy that Busch got the victory, and of course the Larson fans out there, I'm sorry for your loss with your driver to Kyle Busch, but yeah, I know that sucks when your favorite driver loses. But anyway, yeah, so to you Kyle Busch fans out there for this race, I'm happy for you guys, because you know your favorite driver got it, and of course an equally amount of sorrow I have for the Kyle Larson fans who, whose favorite driver got, So, anyway, you get the point of this whole thing. That's racing, that was just part of it. Again, just, of course, Rubbin's racing, that's what I think, that's basically what the whole point of it was, to me. I mean, sure, the finish, like I said, was pretty cool. That's just my take out of it. And of course, like I said before, slightly, that was one of the greatest finishes I had ever seen, as much as I hate Kyle Busch. And I'm not exactly much of a Larson fan, but, you know, Larson, if I had to pick the two of them, it'd be Larson by a landslide. because Kyle Larson, he's a decent driver. He's a pretty good driver. But yeah, I just wish he had it done today. I mean, sure, in half of an equal amount of rightness, I have a ton of how would I put this here? An equal amount of happiness for you Busch fans and his victory. I have an equal amount of sorrow between happiness and sorrow for both Busch fans and Larson fans, like I've said probably a million times already. But anyway, the whole thing is that's racing. That's the whole thing. Like bottom line, the bottom line of the whole thing is Robin's racing. That's to me that's the bottom line of the whole finish. Of course, besides just the finish, there was the stage 2 like 5-second battle between Kurt Busch, who was leading it, and Kevin Harvick, and of course Kurt Busch went in an outrage. But I try not to take anything away from this. I try not to deprive Kurt Busch or take away from him or anything like that, or however I would put it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, sure, Harvick, of course, the finish was also cool for the stage, as Harvick made the bold move around Kurt Busch. Harvick took the point, and Kurt Busch went into a net pitch about it. But anyway, of course, the cup finish. That's got to be the most exciting finish of this year for certain so far. I mean, of course, there were a couple of other maybe decent finishes this year. One of them being the 2018 Daytona 500 finish. Arguably, of course, that was a very argumentative finish. That was that led to a lot of. But anyway, let's just forget about all those other finishes. Focus on Chicagoland. That was just bottom line of the whole thing here. This entire finish, the entire thing, everything, the whole thing. Bottom line, Robin's racing. That's the whole thing. That's personally what I get out of it. But, so that is my take on the finish for this Chicagoland race. I forgot the name of it. But that is my take for the Chicagoland race. I hope you in some way agree with me in this, and if you don't, you don't. Everyone's got their own opinion, but I do. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will enjoy it, but I hope you agree. If you don't agree, like I said before, that's okay. Everyone's got their own opinion on the finish, but yeah. So of course, leave a comment on what your opinion of it is, and if you want to, of course, please subscribe. Hit the bell, of course, to get notifications, and of course any of my upcoming videos. But yeah, so I hope this went out in a good way to any of you fans out there, Busch, Larson, any other fans out there, of course, in racing. Yeah, so I hope you, like I said, like about a million times, I'm saying a lot of things a ton of times over. I hope you agree with me in any way. If you don't, you don't. Like I said before a million times again, I know. That's okay. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the race as well. Win or lose, Larson, Busch, any of your drivers. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video, and take care.